Hi everyone, I'm headed off to Kai Beach, WELIGAMA today. It's around 5:15 in the morning. I'm all ready and good to go. This is my outfit. So I have this maxi skirt going on in white and this pink crop top from Skylazelas. I felt like this was a very beachy outfit, and my beach bag obviously to go along with it. So I headed to WELIGAMA on a day trip, and first off I headed to one of my friend's house and she gave me rambutans, and I felt like that already added the tropical vibe to the trip, so ironically. The start of the vlog itself is very tropical and beachy. Also have to mention this STEM's post notification shout out goes out to Rebecca. I'm glad you're part of the community, and for a shout out all you gotta do is to subscribe and comment down below. So along with my friends, we headed off to the Kuma Bay bus station, and we were going to take the highway bus to Mathura and then from there put an Uber to WELIGAMA. That was the route that we decided on, and when we reached the bus station there were stalls there, so we took some snacks to enjoy on the rest of the road trip. Then once we spotted the bus that heads to Mathura, we got on it. Let me run you down on the things that I snacked on. Starting with, we have this childhood chewing gum. It's so nostalgic to eat this, so I snacked on one of those first. I had these hot and spicy cassava chips but didn't really try much of that. Instead I had these crackers which were quite spicy but a good snack. And then we finally pulled into the highway, enjoyed the rest of the road trip. The sun was starting to come out a bit, so I plopped in my sunglasses and I put on my AirPods. Something which I love to do is to listen to some music while I'm on the way somewhere. This was the ticket from Mathura to Kuma Bay. It was 1,010 rupees per person. And my friend had these white sunglasses which I wanted to try and see whether it suits me, and I did like the look of it, so maybe I should get some white ones too. And I moved on to trying some cashews, and cashews are quite addictive. I also had to put in my bucket hat because the sun was coming out a bit more and it was getting a bit annoying, but I had my bucket hat and sunglasses to save the day. And we continued with the rest of the trip until we were at the exit to Mathura. We then moved on to an Uber and went the rest of the way to WELIGAMA, and on the way we caught some beautiful views of these coconut trees. Lovely. And headed straight to Kai Beach. So Kai Beach is a very popular beach club located at WELIGAMA, and I'm certain that this place must have been popping up on your social media feeds either on Instagram or TikTok. It has a quite state-of-the-art build and gives Bali vibes for sure. I have been to Bali and I see quite a resemblance with the ambience here. At the entrance, this is laid out where it says that there should be a minimum spend of 2,000 per person for free pool access. It also has the suitable swimwear, and it says that no outside food and beverages allowed. And you also find the menus here of the different restaurants that's located. So I was having flip through that menu, and if you want to see the prices you can obviously take a pause over here, and these are the prices of the drinks at the Lux Bar. And then I ventured in and placed my bag, and we all settled in a table, and I took a nice good look around, soaked the view up. These are the restaurants here. We have Crab & Co, we have Sushi Kai, and then we have Coco Brunch and La Luna. So there's 4 restaurants here at Kai Beach, and you can decide from which one you want to have your meal from. So from the restaurants we decided on La Luna and went for pizzas. We had the Pollo Picante as well as the Noelline's pizza, which is number 12 and number 17, which comes with pepperoni, mushrooms, and we also have spicy chicken, grilled chicken, and those were some good choices. And after putting in the order, we then headed off to change into our swim kits. There was a changing room here, of course, so this is a little tour of that. Before I got into the pool, I lathered on some sunscreen, but I still ended up getting some tan lines. So maybe the sunscreen wasn't strong enough, but it's quite advisable to put it on if you're getting into the pool during the morning or afternoon. And then after lathering myself up with sunscreen, I got into the pool. Usually I believe the pool gets crowded during the evening time because the sun's not there, but I got in during the afternoon and it was not as crowded, which I'm not complaining about as we got the whole pool to ourselves almost. This section of the pool is separate from the rest and is made for diving as it's 7 feet tall in this spot. So you've got to bring yourselves up after you dive in, but it's only that area which is like that. The rest of the pool, which is separate, is quite shallow. Also, on some days Kai Beach does have pool parties, so if you keep up with their Instagram, you'll be able to figure out the days that they do have those parties. And then after swimming in and having a good time, I headed off to Ice Bath WELIGAMA, which is a spot that's located right in front of Kai Beach. You only have to cross the road, and over here you can try out an ice bath. So ice baths bring in a bunch of mental and physical health benefits which were listed out on this screen in full. If you guys want to know the details in full, you can stop it over here, pause the video, but I won't be reading out the whole list as it's a bit long. And then we had to sign this waiver because cold water does pose some hazards for some participants. So we had to agree to the terms and conditions, and once that was done, I sat here until they prepared the ice bath. So the ice bath is prepared and let's go give it a try. On my first try of getting in, I slipped a little, as you saw, because I was, I think, too excited and in anticipation of what was coming up. It was super cold. On my second attempt, I stayed in longer than my first, but that was not with my whole body in the water, only my legs. But that was even an accomplishment, and my friend started counting down.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 27, 28, 30.
And that was an experience. And after that cold experience, to have some hot beverage, we got cappuccino, and I think that calmed us down a bit. And after that very fun and new experience, we then headed off to Kurumba Bay, which is again in very close proximity to Ice WELIGAMA and Kai Beach. It's almost adjacent to Kai Beach. Kurumba Bay has an I Love Gelato, so that's where we headed off next to try out some ice creams. The crowd was pretty much there inside the shop because it was a weekend, and there were a bunch of flavors here, so we tried some of the flavors, starting off with the mango sorbet, which tasted exactly of cut up mangoes. Then we have the very berry curd, which again tasted of curd. Then we have coffee, one of my favorites because I love coffee. And finally the Puttalam sea salt and caramel, which I highly recommend, and it is the best seller, and you could easily see why. Before leaving from Kurumba Bay, we checked out some of the shops there, from Curves, Mimosa, and some souvenir shops that were there, and then headed back to Kai Beach. Kai Beach had this stall with these very cute seashell necklaces and bracelets. And then we spotted surfing instructors teaching surfing, and that seemed to be very fun. Maybe next time I'll try my hand at surfing. And then I picked up some cute little seashells because there were so many seashells on this beach and I wanted to take some back to remember the trip. And then we had some rambutans with us, so we enjoyed those. And the irony of this vlog, starting with rambutans and ending with rambutans. And with that, guys, I'm calling it a wrap on my WELIGAMA vlog. So we headed back to catch the bus which goes from Mathura to the KURUMBA bus station to take us to Colombo. So I hope this vlog inspires your next trip to WELIGAMA and those spots that I shared with you. Maybe you could go and try those places out for yourself. And if you all want more behind the scenes of this trip, do follow me up on my socials. My Instagram and TikToks are linked down below and it's at Kavithi. So with that, I will see you guys again next time with another video.